Hello friends, welcome back to your own channel Engineering Network. I am back with another important topic. So in today's video, our topic is how to check the strength of column. Now as we all know that column is one of the most critical structure member in a building. So it needs to be checked whether a particular column is strong enough to support the load of the structure or not. So in today's video, I will be talking about how to check the strength of column. Now before I start to explain how to check the strength of column, I have a request from you guys. So if you find this video informative, then please like this video, share it with your friends, and if you are new to my channel and haven't subscribed yet, then please click on the subscribe button because it is free of cost. You only have to click on the red button of subscribe, and when you click on that subscribe button, you will get a small bell icon. So make sure that you click on that small bell icon for more civil engineering videos. Okay, so in today's video, our topic is how to check the strength of column. Now as we all know that column is a compression member and mostly it fails in compression and in buckling, right? So when we talk about the strength of a column, then what we actually means that the column should be strong enough in compression and in buckling. So in order to check the strength of the column, we have basically two criteria for that. So let's start explaining both these criteria, okay? So the first criteria is for the compression. Now you must be thinking that how we will be able to check the strength of the column for compression, right? So I have a formula for that, which is stress is equal to force or load divided by surface area, right? So when the load is applied on a column, then compressive stresses or internal stresses are produced in that particular column due to the applied load. So basically we have to check whether that particular column is strong enough to resist the applied load or not, right? And it should be checked against the allowable stress of the column. Now what is allowable stress? The allowable stress is basically the total strength of the column, okay? Or let's just say that the allowable stress is the ability of the column that how much stresses a particular column will resist, right? So the criteria for compression states that if the allowable stress of the column is greater than the internal or compressive stresses that is produced by the applied load in the column, then it is the indication that this particular column will be safe when that particular load is applied to it, right? So this is about the first criteria of how to check the strength of column. Now let's talk about the second criteria of how to check the strength of column. So the second criteria is for the buckling. Now for buckling, we use Euler's buckling load formula. So according to this Euler's buckling load formula, the buckling load is equal to pi square EI divided by L square, where in this Euler's buckling load formula, pi is constant which is equal to 3.14. E is the modulus of elasticity of material used in the column. I is the moment of inertia of the column, and L is the effective length of the column. So for the particular column, if the Euler's buckling load exceeds the applied load on the column, then it will be the indication that that particular column will be safe in buckling, right? So this is about the second criteria of how to check the strength of column. Now I have explained both the criteria of how to check the strength of the column. And still, if you have any confusion, then you are welcome to ask me in the comment section. Now let's take an example and see how much these two criteria are helpful for us when we talk about how to check the strength of column. So let's say I have an RCC column, okay? The height or length of this column is 11 feet. And it is square shaped column with the cross section dimensions are 12 inches by 12 inches, okay? The applied load on this particular column is 1200 kP. Also, the steel that is used in the construction of this particular column is 836 mild steel, right? And both ends of this column are hinged or pinned. Now let's find out whether this column will be able to safely resist the load of 1200 kP or not. And for that I have two criteria, right? So the first criteria is for the compression. And as I have told you that the formula for the first criteria of compression is stress is equal to load divided by surface area. Now here I have the applied load which is 1200 kP. And the surface area of this column is equal to 12 multiplied by 12 because it is a square shaped column. Okay. So the surface area of this column is 144 inches square. Now I have the applied load on this column which is 1200 kP. And also I have the surface area of this column as well which is 144 inch square. So the internal stresses of this column will be equal to 1200 divided by 144 and it will become 8.33 kSI. So the internal stresses that will be produced in this particular column due to the load of 1200 kP is 8.33 kSI. Now as I have told you that the steel that is used in the construction of this column is 836 mild steel. And we know that the allowable stress of 836 mild steel is 36 kSI. Okay. Now what this basically means? Well, it means that this particular column has the ability or strength to safely support the stresses up to 36 kSI. And here the stresses produced in this column due to the load of 1200 kP are just 8.33 kSI. So the criteria for compression states that if the allowable stresses of the column is greater than the internal stresses of the column, then that column will be safe under the applied load. So if you look at here, I can say that the allowable stress of this column is 36 kSI, right? And the internal stresses produced in this column due to the load of 1200 kP is 8.33 kSI. So the allowable stress of this column is greater than the internal stresses, and due to this reason I can say that this particular column will be safe in compression if 1200 kP load is applied to this column. Okay. So according to the first criteria of how to check the strength of column, this column is safe under the load of 1200 kP. Now let's talk about the second criteria. So the second criteria are basically about the buckling of the column. Now in this criteria we use the Euler's buckling load formula, and according to this formula the buckling load is equal to pi square EI divided by L square. So here the modulus of elasticity E of 836 mild steel is 29,000 kSI. Moment of inertia I is equal to side power 4 divided by 12 because it is a square shaped column, right? And each side of this square shaped column is 12 inches. Okay. So the moment of inertia of this square shaped column will be equal to 12 power 4 divided by 12. And the moment of inertia will be equal to 1728 inch power 4. The effective length of the column is 11 feet, which is equal to 132 inches. So after putting all these values in the Euler's buckling load formula, I will get the buckling load for this particular column, which is equal to 28,385.30 kP. Okay. So the buckling load of this 11 feet high column is 28,385.30 kP. Now what this basically means? Well, it means that this column will safely support the load of 28,385.30 kP in buckling, right? And here the applied load on this column is 1200 kP. So the criteria for buckling states that if the buckling load of the column is greater than the applied load of the column, then that column will be safe under the applied load, right? So here, as you can see, the buckling load of the column is 28,385.30 kP, which is greater than the applied load on the column, which is 1200 kP. So it means that this column will safely support the load of 1200 kP and it will not fail in buckling. So as you can see, with the help of these two criteria, you can easily check the strength of column even if you are working on a construction site, right? So this is how to check the strength of the column very easily. Now if you haven't watched the bill of quantity video of a step footing, then please watch it on my YouTube channel. I hope you will find it very interesting and informative. Now here I will end this video, and also I have a request from you guys as well. So if you find this video informative, then please like this video, share it with your friends, and if you are new to my channel and haven't subscribed yet, then please click on the subscribe button because it is free of cost. You only have to click on the red button of subscribe, and when you click on that subscribe button, you will get a small bell icon. So make sure that you click on that small bell icon so that you will never miss a notification whenever I upload a new video. See you in the next video.